Buenas, señores. Perdón. Volvemos a Metal Gear Solidus. Y nada, seguimos donde lo dejamos ayer. Estaré una horita y poco. Y he empezado esta misión que me encargaron ayer, después de que el líder de los niños, Soldado, fuese asesinado. Te avisan desde el país que hay una invasión de niños soldado en ciertas zonas y te dicen que los mates y lo soluciones, ¿no? Llegas, obviamente no matas a nadie, porque son niños. Y, y te dicen que tienes que neutralizar al líder para que el resto se dejen capturar. Vale, yo he empezado la misión, he llegado al pueblo, he ido hasta cierta zona, me he encontrado al líder y es un niño rubio, blanco como la leche, que se parece a David Bowie cuando sería un niño. Y el hijo de puta no hay quien lo pille, tío. O sea, es un puto ninja. Es un puto ninja. Así que nada. Vamos a empezar aquí porque creo que es gracioso la situación. Ahora mismo me están tiroteando como 30 niños mientras persigo a uno. Que, por cierto, hasta ahí arriba, mira. Está arriba del todo. Hijo de puta. Pues está así todo el puto rato. Sube, baja, sube. Mientras me tirotean sus colegas. ¿Dónde coño se ha ido ahora? Está aquí. ¿No? Está abajo. Encima se están despertando, como veis. Este hijo de puta no para quieto. ¿Qué coño se ha metido, tío? Hijo de puta, da la cara. Está abajo. Toma, hostia. Pero me cago en tu puta madre. Me cago en tu puta madre, niño. Mierda. Ah, que hablan español. ¿Dónde está el niño mierda, tío? Míralo. A ver, niño mierda, ya. Ya vale. ¡Puta! A un niño mierda. Putos amigos. Ahora es que da un poco de pena. ¡Hijo de puta! ¿Cómo habla inglés? Es que este no es africano. Vaya hostia. Puto niño. Eso es lo que tenía que haberte dado tu padre en casa. La verdad es que tiene cojones, ¿eh? Tiene bastantes cojones el pibe. No sé cómo voy a salir de aquí. Ahí vienen putos niños soldados por todos los putos lados. Ah, se retiran. Ah, de puta madre. puta madre. Never be game over. Lleva un kanji japonés. Todo raro. El pibe no es africano, obviamente. Obviamente. ¡Ah! Qué macho. Qué chungo.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh?
Una A. La mamba blanca. Oh. Oh. Tremenda piba. Tremendos subnormales. Tremenda piba. Pues qué pasa con el niño este. Para abajo, hostia. Mamá huevo. Que no te va a dar la mano, payaso.
Welcome to outer heaven.
El láser al grifos. ¡Ah! Hijo de puta, tío.
We got rules around here. Never draw a weapon on a fellow soldier. You got that? Anyone here can use a knife or a gun. What you're gonna learn is how to use your head. Let's move! When you get that under your belt, then you're free to leave.
La curiosidad. ¿Quién es? ¿Quién es ese pibe?
Boss, we've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
Vale. Helicuétaro. Venga a buscarme, señor. Mierda. Lo pedí arriba, tío. Buenas. Voy. No sé por dónde se sube. ¿Por aquí? ¿O por ahí? A ver, hostia, me estoy mareando, joder. ¿Quién montó esta base? Voy. A ver, subes. Ah, que está ahí detrás, coño. Coño. Vamos para arriba. Tira, tira. Tira, tira. La verdad es que pedazo puta base. También te digo. Igual me escucho cintas. Pero antes voy a mirar la misión. Y a ver qué hay por aquí para hacer también. Cargador. A ver, armas. Hacer alguna de estas. Y ya está. Mierda. No quiero misiones de POA. Ajá. Misiones, lista de misiones, contacto cercano. Ingenieros, me va a venir bien. ¿Qué coño es un show? No tengo ni puta idea. Ajá.
Your mission is to rescue them. The targets are civilians, one male, one female. They were dispatched to the area by an international health organization, but disappeared shortly after. Extract the two targets and help them escape the country.
Perfecto.
Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa.
A ver, selecciona un personaje. Ahora la piba esta. Mírala. Tremenda piba, Mayor tiempo de modo reflejo. Ah, hostia, está de puta madre esto. O sea, cuando te pillan como que tienes más tiempo para... Buah, tremenda, Es que me mola más el traje de Eva. La verdad. Parece más guay. Vamos a poner el de The Boss. Y equipo... Yo creo que así vamos bien. Sí. Vamos allá. Ay, tengo que escuchar las cintas. A ver quién es el puto niño ese. ¿Quién es el puto niño ese? Close contact.
Rescue the two prisoners being held in a guard post to the southwest of Ngumba Industrial Zone. The targets are civilians, one male, one female. Apparently they're specialists sent out there to investigate infectious diseases.
Ingenieros que van a investigar. Ingenieros que van a investigar enfermedades.
Be able to get first-hand accounts of what's been going on in that place.
Vale. Vale. A ver, poner los casetes. ¿Cómo están hoy? Hace madre, ahora soy yo.
We were lucky to get our hands on that cyborg arm developer. There's no one in Diamond Dogs who can so much as maintain that thing.
Bionic arm, not cyborg, if you go by what he calls it. But you're right, the East is light years ahead in bionics. They can even detect through the skin the slight electrical signals from the brain that order muscles to move. The Soviet Union completed their first bionic arm capable of doing that back in the 60s. Although I guess that news didn't really reach the West.
No kidding. Zadornov's was the only one I ever saw. Quite a shock to see it for the first time.
And it was no mean feat to get hold of Snake's arm. I couldn't get one for you at the time, but you know, now...
Forget it. I've no intention of relying on bionics.
Boss, an enemy squad is on its way to the guard post. Watch yourself.
But don't you find it inconvenient?
Not a bit. But the phantom pain, it never lets up. Do you know how many men I saw die that day? There's nothing we can do to bring them back. And you expect me to care about getting a measly arm and leg back?
You have arrived at your destination.
Sorry. But my pain belongs to all our dead comrades. I'll keep living with it for their sake. It'll guide me straight and true until I've gotten them the vengeance they deserve.
Analysis
Puto
complete.
Miller no levanta cabeza, ¿eh?
Analysis complete.
Los Walker and Peace Walker. Y aquí está Resungo.
Diamond Dog's intel team specializes in information gathering, mainly human and SIGINT. They plant scouts and moles in the field. These operatives will blend into the local populace and work under the guise of a resident, or disguise themselves as travelers and ask around for information. They observe targets using various hidden bugs, cameras, and transmitters, and by tapping their satellite and phone communications. Analyzing all this information creates a clear picture of how wars and the PFs fighting them are changing. This data can also be used for threat assessment when deciding whether to accept contracts.
Ay, los
Check
dos.
her face. See if she's a target.
The intel team keeps track of target locations and produces FOM predictions, reporting mission-critical information based on real-time remote observation of changes in the AO. What you hear from us over the radio is based on how we interpret the data gathered at the command platform.
Se los van a llevar.
However, intel team operatives
Yeah.
go unarmed in almost all situations to avoid revealing themselves to the enemy. Some will carry a knife, but most have nothing at all.
Failed.
As such,
Se los van a llevar,
don't expect them to help you take on heavily armed adversaries like PF soldiers. Think of them as entirely passive in the hot zone. Plus, they
Sí,
use
vamos a
all
hacer
manner of
esto.
techniques to remain
Que se
inconspicuous
queden
in
sin
the field.
coche.
If you ever spot one, you'll have some serious explaining to do. So remember, their specialty is espionage. They may not be of use in a firefight, but when it comes to intel, they're pros.
Se ha escapado uno, Nada, le jodan. No. Voy a cargar. Que esto no ha salido bien.
Your objective is to rescue the two targets. Counting on you, boss.
Bueno. Bueno.
Enemy present.
esos dos vienen a llevárselos. Mira, uno pues se está escapando, ¿lo ves? Se está escapando y ni se han enterado. Compa.
The map has been updated.
Ay,
That's the target.
me hago caca.
Here to save me.
Me hago caca. Y ahora. Oh. tú te vas. Tu compañera también. Mierda, mierda.
Target extracted. Now extract the remaining target.
Help me.
Si los distraigo con algo, tío. Una vuelta, hostia.
Peter kan kijken. Volg mij. Ja, dat is goed. Buddy! Hey, you okay?
Joder, macho. He perdido hojas algo porque si no estamos jodidos, tío.
Get him.
Ons spelen dit uit. Goed zit. Op mijn bevel. Goed zit. Kijk uit!
Not good. Don't let your buddy die, Snake. I'm pulling them out of there.
Buddy departing area of operations.
Hostia, está blindado, tío. Si la pillo.
The map has
Vámonos,
been
vámonos,
updated.
vámonos.
You need to help her.
Come to
Enemy
rescue me.
Vámonos.
detected. The
I
map
was
has
asked to
been
show that
updated.
man red.
Corre.
Dangerous work. I hated every second. You should have seen me
Hostia, un franco.
The enemy sniper.
with teams.
Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies. Amazing, boss. Getting both prisoners out in that situation.
Mission
Great
info
work.
has been
Now
updated.
exfiltrate.
Exfiltrate. O sea, en verdad, infíltrate, exfiltrate. Me ha gustado ese concepto. Hola, señor Ajax. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal está usted? Buen juego, sí. Empecé la saga a finales del año pasado. Pasado el 1, el 2, el 3, el Peace Walker. Y ahora voy por este. Ya le llevo bastantes horas, ¿eh? Creo que le llevo más o menos 30.
Extraction
Y
of
tengo una
resources
viciada
in place.
bastante guapa. Bastante guapa. Realmente me está gustando mucho. Después de haber jugado todos, como que es más de lo mismo, pero a nivel jugable está muchísimo más pulido. Tienes muchísimas más opciones.
No enemy forces in pursuit.
Y
Mission
claro,
complete.
si te gustaron los otros, como me han gustado a mí, pues
Extraction
pues
arrived
eso,
at
es
multiple
una apuesta asegurada.
Amazing. Mission complete.
Amazing.
There is why you're the best, boss.
Exactamente.
One and only.
The one and only. Vale, extraídos.
Boss, we placed the two targets in quarantine. They don't show signs of anything, but we'll monitor them just the same. If they had access to the Devil's House, I doubt they were sent there by some health organization. Cypher used them, and would have eliminated them eventually. But we'll protect them here. They've agreed to that. After all, we helped them out of the country as promised. The mission's complete. But boss, they've been behind the curtains at Ngamba. They examine the patients there nearly every day. They told us the patients were being made to listen to voices on tape. But the male target added something interesting. He said he doesn't know what was on the tapes because there was no English version. Of all the voices that were shoved down those people's throats, English wasn't one of them.
Pero dice English was one of them. Entonces sí que era en inglés. No sé. Confuso. Silent crocodile. Crying harrier.
Boss, staying on the battlefield that long will have a negative impact on your health. Why not head back to Mother Base for a shower once in a while?
Pesados con ducharme. Que soy otaku. Soy otaku, biche. A ver un poco de water. A ver.
The boss is back. Let's go refuel and load up on artillery.
We're good to go, Chief.
What's the matter?
¿Qué le pasa a este pibe? Quiet. La silenciosa. Toma. Joder. ¿Qué le pasa a la silenciosa? ¿Qué le pasa?
Stop this. Now.
¿Qué haces? Éramos amigos. Otro que se queda sin hombro.
What the fuck, you freak? Give me a hand.
Esto es como el Chocas en la velada del Jordi Wild, lo mismo. ¿Qué le ha pasado? ¿Por qué se ha enfadado? ¿Por qué?
Dismissed.
Bueno. Se puede haber llevado una puñalada a la garganta, solo se ha quedado sin un par de dientes. Ah.
She had every chance to kill them. Tight security on her cell. This happens a second time. There won't be a third.
¿Pero por qué? ¿Por qué? Preguntas por qué.
About Eli. I'd heard that
Eli.
one product of the Les Enfants Terribles project went missing in Africa. The age would be about right. Now, I'm not saying I think it's Eli, but I want to run a genetic test all the same. Don't worry,
Hostia.
I'll have it done without him noticing. The test may take some time, but I'll tell you as soon as we have the results.
O sea, puede ser solid, liquid. Puede ser sólidos o puede ser uno de los clones que mataron. Ojito.
Development project has been added.
Vale, desarrollo, armas. ¿Qué puedo hacer?
Please specify a project.
Oh. Pa'lante. Y... ¿qué más puedo hacer? Están hablando de mí, no sé el qué, pero están hablando de mí. C4, movilidad, brazo, cohete. ¿Qué dices, loco? Brazo, cohete. De unas. iDroid. Y de momento nos quedamos ahí. Misiones. Retoma la plataforma. Otra vez. Calla. No he dicho nada. Vale, me voy a recoger. Voy a poner casetes. A ver qué cuentan por ahí.
DD makes a pretty good partner, huh, boss?
Too early to say.
Yeah? Just seeing him come back makes me real proud.
What breed is he? He's not a husky.
Right. Siberian Husky is a cross between a Spitz-type dog and a wolf. I think DD might have some wolf blood in him, too. He isn't just smart. He's also shown remarkable judgment.
DD.
If he doesn't do what you want him to, he's just doing what he thinks is right in the situation. And he's steady under fire. Remember, he's no lapdog. But learn his strengths, and you'll understand each other soon enough. You'll make one hell of a team.
Ocelot. Why don't you take it upon yourself to train him?
Why?
Yeah. When's the last time you heard a wildcat raising a dog?
I have an eye for him. I knew at first glance he'd make the right partner for you. And I figured it was about time he got out into the world.
So you passed him off on me?
There, you see? I knew you liked him.
Oh, no. Así que es un clon del Big Boss. El niño. Chico llamando, estoy in love, way, quiet.
Boss, Quiet still hasn't made any moves. It's got me thinking.
What?
If you took her on a mission, she might break her silence.
You want to let her out?
Sure. Make her no different to the others. Everyone you pick up works for themselves, right?
But her...
I say work with her and see what happens. I wouldn't ask this of anyone but you. On missions, I'll make sure we have someone observing from a distance, and she won't be allowed access to all of the base. As for Miller, well, sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness than permission.
Vale, voy a poner al boss. Que eso mola mucho, lo del modo reflejo. Mola mucho. Eso de momento lo voy a dejar. De momento nos quedamos así. Que sí, ya estoy cansado de usar a Snake, tío. I'm tired. Voy a anotar Yoko.
Your mission objectives are to extract the child soldier's commander and their captive, the general's number 2.
Más niños
This
soldados,
child
no.
soldier platoon decided to break away from the Mbeli militants. They took the number 2 captive and have occupied an abandoned village. Start by checking that location on your map. Boss, the child soldiers will treat you as an enemy, but they're just kids. See that they don't get hurt.
Putos niños.
How long are we gonna keep that woman here?
You mean Quiet?
My personal feelings aside, she's putting everybody on edge. You should hear the stories. I got sick from just standing guard at her cell. I won't stand on the same platform as that witch. She hit me for no reason.
What is this, a private army or a kindergarten?
The thing is, they're all serious. They're faced with something they don't understand, and a kind of mass hysteria has broken out. I've gotten wind of countless plots to take her out.
There are no grounds for this suspicion whatsoever. Put yourself in her shoes, assuming they see her as a prisoner here. No, even more so, if they do, she deserves to be treated humanely. I always thought our men were a bit more noble-minded, but look, I understand this is a stressful line of work, but to make her the scapegoat,
You've got it wrong. Quiet? She's with Sniper.
Reconnaissance is best conducted from high vantage points. I've marked a good spot on your map. Take a look at your iDroid.
Plenty of the men used to fight for another
The map
side.
has been
They've
updated.
all put that aside to work for the boss.
Cypher is different. And if you ask me, the boss is the biggest problem. Why is he protecting her? Some of the guys are starting to suspect him of... I don't agree with keeping her here either.
So what's your move? Throw her out? Kill her? She's our ticket to Cypher. And her physical abilities are outstanding. We could use someone like her.
That'll make me sick.
Extraction
Her
is
marksmanship,
running at
speed,
the
stealth capabilities for a start. Then, there are the other things we've learned. Quiet appears to be able to use both eyes as master eyes simultaneously. That lets her track targets of different focal lengths at once.
Puede poner bizca.
While looking through the scope with one eye, she can look for new targets with the other. That's why she doesn't
¿Qué
need a
dices?
spotter. She can operate alone, no matter the circumstances.
See, I told you she's a freak. No one would be able to control her.
No, there's one person who could.
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets. There he is.
Es eso.
Commander. Extract him.
It's his decision to make. The two of them might even make it.
Okay, that's the general's brother. His number 2. Get him out of there, boss.
O sea que se puede poner bizca para apuntar con cada ojo de forma independiente. Tremendo. Tremendo.
Where is she?
You mean quiet? In her cell, of course.
Why did you send her out with the boss on that mission?
She proved herself well enough, didn't she? The boss sure knows talent when he sees it.
That woman will never be one of us. She's targeting him.
Don't forget, we do owe her one.
What's that supposed to mean?
Remember what happened when she first got here? She shot down the aircraft Cypher sent after us. Not only that, she hit the cockpit. Who else could have done that? We're talking about a fighter jet traveling at Mach speed.
What's your point?
If she hadn't been there, the boss's chopper would be at the bottom of the ocean right now. Or it would have been followed right back to Mother Base. So let's say she does have some elaborate scheme in the works. If you want to catch her in the act, all we can do is sit back and wait. On the other hand,
Hostia, no
she
puedo
swears
extraer
allegiance
a...
to the boss like our other
que llevarlo.
recruits. He couldn't ask for a better partner.
She's got you fooled.
I have eyes on her. If she tries anything, she'll regret it. We lose nothing either way.
Vale. Poner más casetos. A ver el Hui de la verga. Uf.
Remember that water tank-shaped object in Emmerich's lab in the Soviet base camp? The thing that started talking to you like a possessed answering machine. That was a pod belt for housing the AI used to control unmanned weapons. You remember, back in '74 in Costa Rica. It was in those machines you fought there. They were designated Pupa, Chrysalis, Cocoon, and Basilisk.
Esto es de Peace Walker.
Child soldiers. No, must be a squad they had out on patrol. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself.
Autonomous behavior. But the Basilisk, aka Peace Walker, also featured a second AI pod. That one was called the Mammal Pod, and it was created by Dr. Strangelove. She tried to recreate the boss's personality through the Mammal Pod, but you pulled out its memory board.
Boss, another child soldier has entered the village. Must have been out on patrol.
Just like
Looks like they had more than one patrol out. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself.
the result was a unique entity, a hybrid of the reptile and the mammal. It sank to the bottom of Lake Nicaragua with Peace Walker. But apparently they salvaged it and transported it to that lab. Don't let it deceive you, Snake. It may sound like the boss, but it has neither a personality nor a will. Like Emmerich says, it's just a machine.
Pillar al niño también. Al niño. A la vida. Vas a pata, amigo. Vas a pata, compañero. Helicuétaro. Encuentro.
A landing zone. Support helicopter requested.
Casetos. Vamos a poner más casetos. La mamba blanca.
The White Mamba, Nyokayam Pembe. He's the commander of the kids based out of Wali Yamasa. As you know, contract forces of Africa were stationed at that village. Anti-government forces hired CRS to bring kids there from around Africa for training. But at some point, the adults with the PF started dropping like flies. This was right after we arrived in Africa. We don't know the cause. The kids ended up on their own. Must have been like fish out of water. Nothing to eat, no way to get back home. All the adults taught them was how to use a gun. Sure, they could shoot targets, but hunt for food? Not likely. They wouldn't have lasted long. Then the White Mamba showed up. He was faster and stronger than that, a better soldier, and he knew how to lead. I guess somebody wished upon a star, because their savior turned up like stardust straight out of the blue. The moment he arrived, the kids had their new commander.
Me puede ser rayo,
They
¿eh?
started attacking other villages. Word of the infamous White Mamba
Que no sé si
spread fast.
por
But it isn't
por
just
época
his combat
coincide bien.
skills that got people talking. As you can tell from the name, he's the only light-skinned kid in the unit. Not to mention the blonde hair and the blue eyes. Not common in those parts. We have no idea where he came from or what he's experienced. The kid's a huge blank.
All that's left is to extract the commander.
One other thing. He's still a kid, so don't kill him. Be careful not to hit him with anything lethal. Not even a flesh wound. Our mission objective isn't just suppressing a bunch of militants. This is a DDR operation of the kids in that unit. DDR stands for disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Hecho.
Military organization to ensure they can't
Hecho.
To do that, you need to capture
Voy a
the
bajar un
unit's
poco la
commander
cámara.
and order his men to disband. In this case,
Un
the
poco
commander
alta.
is the White Mamba. There's nobody above him, so he's all we need to grab. Finally, reintegration. Through education and occupation.
He's coming too.
Hyper zoom. Ok, se cae. Segundo.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional.
That was exceptional. Creo que ahí bien. Hay mejor. Octopus.
Boss, about how we report this one to the client. I'll tell them we took heavy resistance from the renegade platoon and the hostage was killed in the firefight. Also, their leader wouldn't let himself be taken alive. I doubt the client will pay us for this one, but we got a big enough reward from the general's number 2 instead. And as for the number 2, he's saying he wants to join Diamond Dogs. I guess he knows what that means for him. He said, if I'm working for you, I can be number 2 or number 200 for all I care.
Bueno. Mientras quiera trabajar. Octopus. La plataforma de cuarentena ha sido construida. Persona problemática antihigiénico. Esa es su habilidad. Su habilidad de ser antihigiénico. Otaku. Es decir, otaku.
Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling ill. At first it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests and... Damn it. I'll fill you in at the ACC. Just get in the chopper.
No sé si quiero ver esto. Fue culpa del otro. Del antihigiénico. Puta que lo parió, tío.
Mission
Look
list
closely.
located.
Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms.
Qué asco.
Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop.
Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher.
So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa.
Ah, amigo.
Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen.
Priority now is to prevent more casualties.
But the problem is, how do we tell who's infected? During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them.
Y yo qué sé.
That'd be easy if we just knew the route or vector of the infection. From now on, if you even suspect a staff member's infected, use your iDroid to order them into quarantine. Given the situation, the men won't submit to quarantine just because I or the medical team tell them to. But they will listen to you. Of course, it's just a temporary measure until we find a permanent solution. But at least they'd be in solitary isolation so they won't infect each other, and we get the mental care they need. If we do nothing, we'll only lose more people. We have no choice.
La forma de dar por culo,
Boss,
tío.
open your iDroid.
Yo qué sé quién está infectado, quién deja de estar infectado.
Remember before,
I'll
boss?
explain how to quarantine staff members suspected of infection.
Stuck a knife
Go to the Mother Base menu and select Staff Management.
contact with her recently. Close contact. I don't think it's a coincidence that he was among those who became symptomatic pretty early on in this epidemic. Saliva and blood spatter, an open wound, mucosal infection. Whatever is causing this got inside him then.
Miller, that is a baseless accusation.
The source of the infection is quiet.
¿Qué va a ser?
Everyone suspects her.
We
Sí,
don't know
Quiet no
that.
estaba en África.
And we've come across these symptoms before.
Claro.
The bodies in the water at the oil field facility. Those sick people in the beds at the Devil's House. They're identical to what we've seen while we've been after Cypher. The infection could have come from elsewhere. But at the very least, she does know something.
It's not like she's gonna talk.
No, not through words anyway. But what about her actions? Quiet held a knife to that soldier back then, before he became symptomatic. There must have been a reason for that.
A reason for shoving a knife down the throat of one of our men.
What if she's capable of identifying who's infected?
Ojo.
What if she was trying to stop the infection but couldn't communicate that to us? The answer to that, the source of the infection, might be in the mouths of the infected.
Ojo, eso sí tiene sentido.
In their mouths.
I don't know. But maybe there's something about the mouths of those who become symptomatic, something in common.
Something their mouths have in common. Forget it. We can't trust her. Even if she can spot the infected, I don't want her help.
I understand how you feel. But this is something to go on.
Eso tiene
You see,
sentido.
just like I said, bringing her here was a big mistake. Quiet is gonna be the end of us.
Stand down. You've got zero proof. Try to keep an open mind on this, boss.
En la
There
boca.
has to be a way to identify who's infected.
Es que hablan inglés, ¿no? Eso es la pista que me han dado, los que hablan inglés. Ellos hablan inglés también. Uno dijo, es que claro. Es que en el doblaje decía que todos menos los que hablaban inglés. Pero luego, en la versión original decía que el inglés estaba entre ellos también. Pero bueno, que el inglés destaca.
Apparently his real name is Eli. He must feel like we stripped him of his whole identity. We'll let things simmer down. I put a guard on him for now. Still the question is, who is he? Where did he come from? And how has he survived?
He's still not talking.
No, he won't say a word about himself. But you know, it looks like he speaks English. One of the deck crew called out to him in English, and he said something back. He just lost it all of a sudden, started mouthing off at the guy, in perfect English. He wasn't stringing together words he picked up somewhere.
So English is his mother tongue.
He could be from the east, or the south, or maybe even further north or south. English is well established in countries all across the continent. It's rooted in Africa like a weed, or maybe parasite is the better word. So just speaking English doesn't help us figure out where he comes from.
El inglés.
Could even be from off-continent.
Right.
Acaba de
In
llamar
any case,
parásito.
we'll keep an eye on him. If we learn anything else,
El
I'll
inglés.
let you know.
First, take a look at the quarantine facility we've set up.
Vale.
We'll isolate anyone who's already symptomatic at the quarantine facility. But we have to expect that there are multiple staff who are infected, but asymptomatic. So how do we identify them? At present, we have no way to tell them apart.
Todos hablan
There has
inglés.
to be something for us to go on. If you notice anything, reassign staff you suspect are infected to the quarantine facility. We'll monitor them and then contact you if there's a change in their condition. Correctly quarantining these asymptomatic infected will reduce the number of new infections. You should continue with your missions as usual. If Cypher is behind this, going after them should help
Todos
us
los que hablan
determine the root
inglés.
cause of this epidemic. Also, until we identify the pathogen, we can't fire
Yes.
or dispatch any staff. We cannot let this thing spread. Boss, get to the bottom of this fast. We're counting on you.
Inglés.
Has been quarantined. Select
Inglés. Es que todos hablan inglés.
Quarantine the staff you specified.
Select
Did
unit.
you figure out what's causing the infection?
Staff assigned.
Tío, es que todos hablan inglés, no me jodas.
Select unit.
Me voy a quedar sin personal.
Staff has been quarantined.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's
Inglés.
causing the infection?
Inglés. 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 Que me quedo sin personal. Vaya,
Development complete.
vaya locura, tío. Me quedo sin personal. Todos hablan puto inglés. Todos. Dios mío. A ver, si mando a tantos tampoco es bueno, porque los que no se han contagiado se van a contagiar. Pero bueno. Que hablan todos inglés, tío. Me quedo sin personal. Definitivamente. Bueno. Se salva uno. La Virgen. Claro, es que la cosa... A ver, se contagian los que hablan inglés, pero es que...
Select unit.
enfermos, realmente.
Staff has been
No hay ninguno, ¿no?
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you
Inglés,
figure out what's causing the infection?
inglés, 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 inglés. Joder, macho. Bueno, quedo sin personal. Que nadie se ponga malo porque este se salva. Vale.
Select unit. Staff has been quarantined.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Es que me quedo sin gente, tío. Me quedo sin gente. Mira, me lo voy a jugar, tío. Hostia, ha habido gente que ha muerto, Sintomático. O sea que tienen síntomas. Claro, los que sean sintomáticos. Igual la he liado, ¿eh? Vale, estos están sanos. Trastorno de estrés postraumático. A ver,
Select
este que
unit.
vaya a la enfermería.
Staff assigned.
Sanos. Esta gente está bien. Esta gente está bien. Esta gente está bien. A ver, en principio están bien. Que tengo que meter a más. Oh. O sea, todos los que hablen inglés tienen que entrar. Entiendo.
Select unit.
Pues nada, hijo. Claro, es que estos no los puedo meter. Inglés, para adentro. Nada, nada. Nada. Adentro, adentro. Adentro. Adentro, adentro. Qué divertido. Es que todos hablan inglés, tío. Bueno,
Select unit.
cuarentena.
Staff has been quarantined.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Creo que sí. Es que si se van a infectar todos, pero bueno. Eh. Todos hablan inglés, macho.
Select unit.
Más de 100 en cuarentena, chaval. Más de 100.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Ese tenía hasta medallita, tío. Joder, todos hablan inglés, en serio. Inglés. Kojima está en peligro. En teoría no habla inglés. En teoría, eso dice... Bueno, no es que lo diga, pero... Hostia. Madre mía. Vaya masacre.
Weather will clear shortly.
Dios loco. Dios.
Select unit.
¿Cuántos van a cuarentena?
Staff has been
80,
quarantined.
chaval. 80.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified.
El Miller también.
Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Pasto. Inglés. Sultán ruso. Inglés. Inglés. Mierda, tú no. No, si me sale más a cuenta meter a todo Cristo en cuarentena, también te digo. Total, el que no hable inglés en teoría no se contagie. Stalking Hippo. El hipopótamo Stalker. Vaya nombres de verga, chaval. Vaya nombre de verga. Pereza, tío.
Select unit.
Cristo en cuarentena, chaval.
Staff has been quarantined.
Todo fucking Cristo en cuarentena.
We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Me lo imagino. Joder. Inglés. ¿Dónde estoy? No lo sé, no lo sé, no lo sé a dónde voy. No lo sé, no lo sé, no lo sé. El Kikongo sale en amarillo. Ah, porque es intérprete.
Caution, rain approaching. Select unit.
Ah, cuarentena, pibe.
Staff has been quarantined.
Me quedan dos pelotones. Bueno, en verdad me queda uno.
We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Hostia, el Ocelot también, chaval. Que por culo. El vizconde sigue vivo. Madre de Dios, chaval. No habla. Simplemente no habla.
Staff has
Pues
been
ya está, ya no puedo
quarantined.
hacer nada más.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did
Ya
you
está,
figure out
¿no?
what's causing the infection?
Ya está.
Incredible, boss. Thanks to you, the number of new victims has plummeted. And the common point between the infected. Is it really possible for a disease to spread because of that?
Pero no lo sé. Pero ya está, ya me puedo ir. Que me señala aquí, ¿qué hago aquí? Ya está, no que meto a todo el mundo. Hostia, pero este también tiene síntomas y no habla inglés, Claro, es que... Este también tiene inglés. Pues no sé, Ahora ya tengo dudas. Que no todos hablan inglés y tienen síntomas. Voy a mirar una guía por si acaso. Que vamos, no sé qué tengo que hacer. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver, vamos a ver.
Development complete.
MGSV cuarentena. La verdad, pero bueno, no esa pantalla, es verdad, no es verdad, te explicará el portal. Sí. Otros
Development complete. Development complete.
que tienen en común las personas infectadas que todas ellas hablan el idioma kikongo. Joder. Vale, entonces no hablaban el inglés. Vale, el kikongo. El kikongo, el kikongo, el kikongo. Kikongo, kikongo. Todos hablan kikongo. Ok. Tú hablas kikongo, tú no hablas kikongo. Por lo tanto,
Select
vas a
unit.
desarrollo de
Staff
base.
assigned.
Tú no hablas kikongo.
Select unit.
Unidad de apoyo.
Staff assigned.
Tú hablas kikongo. No.
Select unit.
Pues te vas a... Apoyo.
Staff assigned.
¿Tú qué hablas?
Select unit.
Apoyo.
Staff assigned.
Bueno, igual chapo stream y esto lo hago fuera de stream porque vamos, es que si no nos podemos volver locos aquí, chaval. Nos podemos volver locos. Este sí habla kikongo, así que este se queda.
Select unit.
Unidad de combate.
Staff assigned.
Este no habla kikongo.
Select unit.
Tipo médico.
Staff assigned.
Este sí. Este no.
Select
Tipo médico.
Staff assigned.
Este no habla kikongo.
Select unit.
Inteligencia.
Staff assigned.
este tampoco,
Select
unidad de
unit. Staff
combate,
assigned.
este tampoco,
Select unit.
apoyo,
Staff assigned.
este tampoco,
Select unit. Staff
inteligencia,
assigned.
este tampoco, Lucky Congo,
Select unit.
se va el más D,
Staff assigned.
este sí, este también, este no,
Select unit.
equipo médico,
Staff assigned.
este sí, habla aquí Congo, este no, este se va a desarrollo de base,
Staff assigned.
el CAD no habla aquí Congo, se va apoyo,
Staff assigned.
tú tampoco hablas Kikongo,
Select unit.
desarrollo de la
Staff
base,
assigned.
tú tampoco hablas Kikongo,
Select unit.
desarrollo de la
Staff
base,
assigned.
uso inglés, africanos, pasto,
Select
tampoco habla
unit.
Kikongo.
Staff assigned.
Tengo que hacer esto 300 veces, loco. 300 veces. A pegarse un tiro en la verga.
Staff assigned.
Este se habla Kikongo, este se habla Kikongo, este se habla Kikongo, este no habla Kikongo.
Select unit. Staff assigned.
Este se habla Kikongo, no habla Kikongo.
Select unit. Staff assigned.
Vale. Kikongo, no habla Kikongo este.
Select unit.
Se va a apoyo.
Select unit. Staff assigned.
Kikongo. Este no habla Kikongo,
Select unit. Staff assigned.
no habla Kikongo. Ahora se va a ir más D.
Staff assigned.
Este sí, este no.
Select unit. Staff
Inteligencia.
assigned.
Kojima no habla Kikongo.
Select unit.
Inteligencia.
Staff assigned.
Este sí, este sí. Este no.
Select unit. Staff
Unidad de
assigned.
combate. Este sí habla Kikongo. Este no.
Select unit.
Apoyo.
Staff assigned.
Este tampoco.
Select
Apoyo.
unit. Staff assigned.
Este tampoco. Y más
Select
D.
unit. Staff assigned.
Este tampoco.
Select
Todo el
unit.
equipo médico.
Staff assigned.
Este sí. Este también. Este no.
Select unit.
Apoyo.
Staff assigned.
Ahora vamos a revisar. Kikongo. No.
Select
Equipo
unit.
médico.
Staff assigned.
Kikongo. Este no. Se va a
Select
inteligencia.
Staff assigned.
Este tampoco.
Select unit.
Equipo médico.
Staff assigned.
Este tampoco.
Select
más D.
unit. Staff assigned.
Este tampoco. Equipo
Select
médico.
unit. Staff assigned.
Celote. No la Kikongo, no. De momento se queda en inteligencia.
Staff assigned.
Este sí habla Kikongo. Este no habla Kikongo. Y más
Select
D.
unit. Staff assigned.
Este sí habla Kikongo. Este no.
Select unit. Staff assigned.
Este tampoco.
Select staff assigned.
Este tampoco.
Select
Inteligencia.
Staff assigned.
Este sí. Este sí. Este sí. Este sí. Este no.
Select unit.
Desarrollo.
Staff assigned.
Este tampoco. Y más
Select
D.
unit. Staff assigned.
Este tampoco.
Select staff assigned.
Este sí. Este sí. Este sí. Este sí. Este no. Desarrollo de la base.
Staff
Claro, las
assigned.
cintas decían que era un idioma que no podía reconocer, así que el inglés no podía ser. Vale. Este tampoco habla aquí Congo.
Select unit.
Pollo.
Staff assigned.
Este tampoco habla aquí Congo. Y lo puedo meter donde me salga la pija.
Staff assigned.
Este sí. Este sí. Este no.
Select
más D.
unit. Staff assigned.
Este no.
Select unit.
Médico. Sí, no. Equipo médico.
Select unit. Staff assigned.
Este tampoco. Hay más D.
Select unit. Staff assigned.
Este sí. Esta sí. Este no.
Select unit.
Y más D.
Staff assigned.
Este no.
Select
Y
unit.
más D.
Staff assigned.
Este tampoco.
Select
Inteligencia.
Staff assigned.
Es que no acabó la vida, tío. No acabó la vida. La Virgen.
Select unit.
Me cunde más despedirlos, en serio.
Staff assigned.
Este sí habla aquí Congo. Este sí. Este también. Este también. Este también. Este no.
Select
Pollo.
unit. Staff assigned.
Nada, este no.
Select unit. Staff assigned.
Si los puedo ordenar por idioma. Reclutas. Claro, si los pudiese ordenar por idioma, tío. A ver, si lo pongo así. Congo se queda, Kikongo, 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 Kikongo. Los estoy pillando a todos. Kikongo, 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 Kikongo. Este no habla Kikongo.
Select
Equipo
unit.
médico.
Staff assigned.
Este sí. Este no. Este sí.
Select unit.
Equipo médico.
Staff assigned.
Joder, puedo estar así 6 horas, tío. La Virgen. Kikongo, Kikongo, Kikongo. Este no habla Kikongo. Este se va a pollo.
Staff assigned.
Este sí, este sí. Este no.
Select
Inteligencia.
unit. Staff assigned.
Este sí. Este no.
Select
Inteligencia.
Staff assigned.
Este no.
Select
Hay
unit.
más de.
Staff assigned.
Este tampoco.
Select
Hay más
unit.
de.
Staff assigned.
Este sí, sí. No.
Select unit.
Hay más de.
Staff assigned.
Este no. Este no. Este sí.
Select
Y
unit.
más de.
Staff assigned.
Joder, tío. De 400 que tengo, hay 300 en cuarentena, tío. La Virgen Santa. Pongo. Este no.
Select unit.
Inteligencia.
Staff assigned.
Este sí. Este no.
Select unit.
Y más
Staff
de.
assigned.
Este no. Este sí.
Select unit. Staff
Desarrollo de
assigned.
la base. Este no. Vale, este se va. Pues,
Select
combate.
Staff assigned.
Tú te vas a
Select
inteligencia.
unit. Staff assigned.
Me voy a volver loco haciendo esto, tío, en serio.
Select
Desarrollo de la
unit.
base.
Staff assigned.
A ver, puedo hacerlo así. En plan, primera unidad de combate. Vale, hablas Kikongo. Ah, vale. Este no habla Kikongo. Pues se va a
Select
unidad de
key
combate.
staff assigned.
Este no, este sí habla Kikongo. Este sí habla Kikongo. Este sí habla Kikongo. Este sí habla Kikongo. Este no. Este sí, este sí, este sí, este sí. No. No. Sí, 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 sí. No. Sí. No. Sí, sí. No. Sí. No. No. Sí. No. No. Sí. 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 No. Joder, me voy a volver loco, tío. Pues todos los de combate hablan Kikongo. Bueno, lo voy a dejar así de momento.
Select unit. Staff assigned.
De momento lo dejamos así. Vale, ahora y más de. Vale, no hablas Kikongo. Si hablas, sí, 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 no, 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 sí, 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 no, sí, 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 no, no, sí, no, no, sí, no, sí, 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 no, 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 este sí que lo hablo. Este no. No, este tampoco. Joder. ¿Ahora hablan todos Kikongo o qué?
Select
Pereza, tío.
unit. Staff assigned.
O lo dejo aquí porque es que si no me vuelvo loco. Me vuelvo loco. Vamos a dejarlo por aquí. Bye, mejor. Otro día.